This weekend I'm going to be doing the Zemplén Ring, which is in eastern Hungary. It's a mountain range where we're doing about 94 or 96 kilometers around a ring within the mountains, and it's going to be pretty cool. I have a friend who did the one near Visegrad last July, and he said he really liked it. So I'm really looking forward to this. There are 11 of these going around the country all year round from April until mid-October. So next year, if I like and enjoy this one, I'm going to plan to do all 11 or as many as I can, because I really want to get on the circuit here and do some sort of competitions, even though this one's not technically a competition because it's just a ride. It's an event. It's not a race, but it would be really cool to get all of those done and spend a year doing all of these rings. So I'm doing a once over on my bike to just make sure that everything is in spick and span shape. I'm going to be doing the cleaning and the waxing of my chain here. I'm going to be making sure that everything is torqued up just right. All of these little bolts, I want to make sure everything is secured and ready to go. I do these normally, just make sure everything is in shape to be able to ride safely. But before a race or a competition, it's important to always check these little things and make sure that we have everything in the best shape that it can be. I am really excited for this, so I'm going to be getting this done this morning, because I'm leaving tomorrow morning very early, because it's about a 3-hour drive. And so I was debating on how I want to do that, if I want to drive up the night before, get a hotel. But since I was late to register for this event, I wasn't able to find a hotel that was nearby because everything was booked out. Granted, it is summer and everybody likes the hills in the summer. So I'm going to be doing this, giving this a once over, and I hope you enjoy watching me do whatever I need to do. Now I'm going to make sure that all of these are up to the correct torque. So you can see, well, you can't see right now, but right here, this says 5 to 6 Nm. So it is Newton meters. And this is the torque wrench that I got. It's very simple. I got it at Decathlon. And basically, you just see these. So this is 0, and it goes up to 5, 10, 12. And you just put it in here. And you tighten it to whatever you need it to be. So between 5 and 6. And you just tighten it. And right there is 5. Basically, the way you do this is you just twist it until it hits that number, and you don't want to push it any further. It's important to do that on a lot of these stem bolts, this guy here, and like all of the bolts around these areas. This one on here, this one doesn't have a Newton meter, so it doesn't really matter as long as it's tight. We also need to make sure that our brakes are in working condition. And that looks to be all right. Let's check our back brakes here. Looks like they are not functioning correctly. So we'll need to do a little bit of tweaking there. Looks like this guy, because both of these levers should be moving and clamping at the same amount. It seems like this one is moving more, and this one This side is not moving very much. And you know what I did? I took this brake off last night because I was going to change it, but I ended up getting the wrong size or the wrong kind. So I put this on incorrectly. No, actually it was correct. I do need to make sure these are in line correctly. That way they're not touching or interfering with the tire themselves, because we don't want that to be touching. That would be disastrous. And it looks like just doing that cleared this up. And we're in good shape. Now I'm going to clean my chain. It's not very dirty at this point, but I want to make sure that all of the grime and the grit is out, so that when I lube, it's not keeping any grime or dirt inside of the chain links. So the way I like to do this is just with the moist towelette, and I just go around and wipe off all the grit that I can find. And I like to start with the quick link. That way I know that when the quick link comes back around, that's where you can stop. It's the same with applying the lube. So if you start with the quick link, then you know when you can stop lubing. So you just take this around, and as I said, this is a fairly clean chain, so I don't have to do too much work on it. But as I am doing an event tomorrow, I want to make sure that everything is spick and span. Also, anytime I'm planning on putting my bike in my car, I will always clean everything out pretty well. That way I don't have any chance of grease spots or anything in the car. And it's that quick. So that's the chain link, quick link. Now, to make sure that everything is really dry, I just take one of these. I don't pinch too much, but you can already see there's a bit more grime that I can be wiping off. And then the chain lube that I have right now is this wax and water emulsion. This is the first time using this, so I'm very interested to see what kind of results I'm going to get. Before I was using a wet wax or a spray-on wax, a spray-on lube. But this, after doing a lot of research, this seems to be, this squirt version, not sponsored, seems to be a very good all-around chain lube. So to do this, we need to put it on each one of these little dots here. So again, let's find the quick link, and then we just do a little dab, and it should, maybe I need to shake it more, should make its way down into the bearing. And one of the key things that I found out when learning about chain lubing is you want all of this waxy lube on the bearings and not on the links themselves. So to avoid getting a lot more grime on the links, if you put this stuff on the links, it's going to attract grime. So you just want to get it on the rollers and the bearings themselves. And there's the quick link. So we're done with that. Now we need to spin this around 10 times both ways. So backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that gets the lube inside of the rollers and inside of everything, which is the whole point of getting that done. Now we don't want any excess lube on the outside, so we're going to wipe this down, because any excess lube left on the outside is going to attract grime and dirt. So just clamp this up pretty well and just take the grime off. We shouldn't have too much left over, if any at all. So that is how we wax and lube our chain. All right, it looks like we are in good working order. Everything is torqued up correctly. The chain is clean and lubed, and we're in good shape. I will always bring a pump that has a gauge on here, and I like to run my tires at about 70 psi, which isn't bad. It's a bit stiff sometimes, but I prefer to have a little bit more stiff on these rims and these tires. These tires are fine right now, but I will always bring this with me to pump it up, and I'm sure they'll have pumps at the event as well. So I'm very excited to do this, and stay tuned to watch the actual event itself. It's gonna be fun. I'm going to do as much filming as possible. I don't have a camera set up, so I just do it with my phone. Eventually, I have this little setup here, so eventually I will get some kind of camera, maybe that Insta 360 or GoPro 360, something of that type of thing. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided if I want to walk down that road. So if you have any suggestions in terms of camera setups for biking specifically, then leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you later.